Hidden cameras, mic monitoring, and more. Workplace surveillance is here, guys. So yeah, this idea for this video, it started from a post on Reddit that I found. A warning for anybody working at or thinking about working at JP Morgan Chase and Company. Now it says here, quote, if you work at JP Morgan Chase and Company or are thinking about working at JPMC, you need to know about their employee surveillance tool called WADU or WADU. So WADU is an acronym for Workforce Activity Data Utility. So every employee at JPC has a profile in the WADU database. WADU is on a different level. It's an artificial intelligence and machine learning system for workforce human behavior. Starting at the moment that you arrive at the building, WADU is tracking you using facial and speech recognition. Most JPMC offices and branches have been outfitted with some of the best HD AV security cameras, end quote. Wow, so apparently JP Morgan Chase workers aren't too happy about it. Now, according to one of them, quote, amongst a lot of people, you will hear the term Big Brother, and you will hear the term 1984. End quote. Now, this dates all the way back to 8 years ago when I found this video of one of their executives talking about employee surveillance. Here, check this out.
A new algorithm that the company's come up with. So what's the story?
So, I mean, as you know, the companies have tons and tons of data on you. Everything from your emails to your chats to whether or not you do your compliance classes, that type of thing. But before today, they didn't really have a way to look at everything holistically. And if you're a head of equities somewhere at JP Morgan or another Wall Street bank, there's just a ton of data. You have no way of figuring out, whether or not a specific trade on a specific desk is going to be a problem for you, just like JPM had. So this basically correlates all that data, creates a profile of you, and can possibly tell in advance whether or not you're going to be a problem for them.
Take note, that was 8 years ago. So a lot of progress has probably happened since then. By the way, guys, if you guys are finding value in this video, make sure to share this video with everyone you know. Now, insider reports are indicating that the WADU system collects various data points about employee activities throughout the workday, from how long they spend on Zoom calls to writing emails to talking on the phone. Here's one comment that I found. Used to be a contractor for JP Morgan. They monitor everything. This isn't fiction. Some people call it the definition of micromanagement hell, because guess what the AI doesn't measure? Employee impact and results. If you measure employees by mouse clicks, well, guess what you're going to get? More mouse clicks. Guess what's going to suffer? Actual results. I guess that's something to think about here. Now, speaking of, let me know you guys' thoughts about this. Are you used to this kind of workplace surveillance? Drop a quick yes or no in the comment section down below. So understandably, JP Morgan employees are getting a little bit uneasy. And so that's why in today's video, we're going to take a deep dive. We're going to look into and provide an open dialogue about this WADU topic, especially concerns about privacy and the potential effects on employee well-being. Plus, we'll talk about strategies for navigating this kind of office surveillance situation and understanding your rights as an employee. Don't miss this one, guys. For sure, let's dive right in. By the way, for the very best way to invest in gold or to invest in silver, definitely check out the links in the description down below this video. Gold did just crest over $2,000 per ounce. Some analysts are expecting that gold will crest over $3,000 per ounce at some point in the future. I'm just putting it out there, guys. For the very best way to invest in gold, check out the links in the description down below this video. So I stumbled across this very chilling Reddit post warning anybody working at or considering working at JPMC. Now, this post, it's talking about different things that WADU supposedly monitors. Now, it's essential to take this with a grain of salt since the original account didn't provide any kind of proof and the post was eventually removed. So for all I know, I don't even know how valid it is, but this was from a Reddit post. But what we do know is that JPMC, it does have a page on their website titled Systems Monitoring. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at this. So it outlines everything that they collect and monitor, although the wording is intentionally vague and subjective. So basically, if you agree to work at JP Morgan Chase, then you're ultimately signing up for this. It says here, monitoring, logging off traffic and usage data such as routing, addressing, or signaling information, time and date stamps, sender and recipient details and file size related to incoming, outgoing, and internal electronic communications, including emails sent to and from JPMC accounts, chats, and instant messages on JPMC approved channels for business use, such as Bloomberg messages and other data moving across the systems, including internet traffic, and 2, systems activity, including files or information accessed or downloaded from or uploaded to systems, monitoring contents of emails to and from JPMC accounts, 2, chat and instant messages on JPMC approved channels for business use, 3, faxes sent to or from JPMC fax numbers. 4, text messages, SMS sent to or from systems. 5, files or information accessed or downloaded from or uploaded to systems. And 6, internet usage, including pages visited and searches made, collectively the content. Goes on to say, monitoring telephone calls to or from JPMC work telephones as required or permitted by applicable laws and subject to any required notices. Capturing workers' physical presence at JPMC facilities via, for example, access badges and video cameras, which record activities at exits, entrances, corridors, and other public areas, and logging hours worked if applicable to the worker. Whew! Y'all signing off on all that? Apparently a lot of people are who work there. And as a matter of fact, I'm sure everyone who works there has signed off on this. And this part about personal information, it really scares me. Quote, while conducting monitoring activities, JPMC may obtain and process personal information about you and others, including names, email addresses, home addresses, account information, and other personal information that may reside on the systems, end quote. But here's the thing. Just a few days ago, Business Insider wrote an article describing how JP Morgan employees are experiencing growing paranoia as the company tracks their office attendance, their calls, calendars, and more. Now, some employees have even resorted to just, using a mouse jiggler to evade Big Brother. There was another article from about a year ago uncovering the little-known tool that gives JP Morgan Chase the power to collect data about everything that its employees do at work. Now, looking at all of this official information from JP Morgan, what they said in that Reddit post definitely tracks. So here's some of the highlights. Whenever you are at your desk, know that there is an HD camera tracking you the entire time. Wadu uses the array of HD cameras at your office to monitor all of your nonverbal body languages all throughout the day. The collected information is then fed into the AI ML system, and it is used to update your Wadu profile in real time. Having a bad day? Stressing out about something? Wadu has already noticed this and alerted your manager. Can't focus? Not working at your usual pace? Wadu has already noticed this and alerted your manager. Did something you normally don't do? It's possible Wadu flagged it as suspicious and alerted your manager. Wadu is also watching and listening whenever you are working from home. You'll notice that your web camera will flash right after logging in. This is not an initial connection flash. Your web camera just took a burst shot of pictures and then sent them to Wadu. The pictures will be scanned for anything deemed unprofessional or unsafe, recreational drug paraphernalia, TVs, game consoles, and several other things that are flagged if detected in the pictures. And if you see your web camera flash randomly, that was your manager or someone in security requesting a burst shot of pictures from your web camera. You'll also know that your microphone will go hot shortly after login. Anything that you say will be processed by Wadu. If you install the JPMC Workplace app on your phone, you have connected your phone to Wadu. The Workplace mobile app will collect a variety of information from your phone and use it to update and refine your Wadu profile. Right now, the only way to reserve a desk at the office is to use the Workplace app. The web version of the desk reservation system is still coming soon, and you are pushed to install the app on your phone. This will probably still be coming soon in 2040. Well, folks, a buddy of mine told me about how they couldn't be happier that they turned down a job offer last year from JPMC. Now, during the interview process, they noticed a couple of things like a visible level of stress among the people that they met. Plus, none of the team members had been with the company for more than a year. These definitely raised some concerns about a potentially challenging work environment, to say the least. Now, I understand employers keep tabs on us to some extent, right? Clocking in, clocking out, occasional logging, tracking, working remotely, vacation time off, sick time, and stuff like that. But this Wadu system, it really seems to be crossing some boundaries here. And it goes beyond monitoring standard work activities like login times and application usage. Now, according to this Reddit post, it uses AI and machine learning to analyze employees' facial expressions, speech patterns, body language, and even stress levels throughout the workday. They're tracking not only productivity, but even morale. How do you track morale? It's like being a reality show star, but instead you're at your desk knowing there's an HD camera recording your every move and even your feelings. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I cannot stay productive if I feel like somebody is constantly watching over my shoulder or constantly staring me in the face. And trust me, I'm pretty sure many of you guys feel the same way. But let's get back to Wadu. Now, it seems like upper management is really pushing for everyone to return to the office because refining their insight into you is more important to them than better productivity from remote work. They've invested millions into this Wadu system and they want to return on their investment, which only happens when people are in the office. So, what can be done about this? Well, as employees, it's essential to be aware of the monitoring practices in your workplace. Review your company's policies and understand what data is being collected, how it's being used, and what your rights are as an employee. Might even have to holler out an attorney on that one. Now, if you have concerns, you can also address them with your HR department or seek legal advice if necessary. Of course, if you're talking to HR, remember the HR department is not your friend. I'm just gonna put it like that. Now, the Reddit post also shared some of their advice. Keep your web camera covered and microphone muted unless on a Zoom call. Okay, that's an option. Till an update in the company policies tells you that's not appropriate or you can't do that. Most modern laptops have multiple web cameras and microphones, so make sure you're aware of all of the different potential recording devices on your computer. Use your desktop or your laptop at home instead of an issued Chromebook. Do not grant Citrix Workplace access to your web camera or microphone. Use Zoom outside of Citrix when you're at home. Consider getting a phone and number solely for work purposes. Do not install the JPM Workplace app on your personal phone. And if you need the Workplace app, factory reset an old phone and install it on that one. Know that there are no blind spots. You are always on camera at the office. Know that there is no privacy. All conversations are recorded everywhere at the office. Know all of your behavior at the office affects your Wadu profile and ranking. I wonder if Wadu was created by the WEF. It would be a good idea for you to print a copy of all of your performance reviews at home. In the end, the workplace should be a space where employees can thrive, grow, and feel respected. Constant surveillance systems like Wadu raise important ethical questions. And this is why I advocate careful evaluation of these surveillance systems so that they don't compromise employee well-being and privacy. What do you guys say? Because let me tell you, this is not just about JP Morgan. This surveillance craze is spreading like wildfire in the corporate world. You think CEOs don't hang out with each other and talk about what they're doing in their companies? If one is doing it, they all eventually will. Companies left and right are jumping on the bandwagon, monitoring their employees' every single move. And it's not doing any good for morale or job satisfaction. Name one person who loves being monitored all day long or micromanaged. Studies have shown that when companies go all big brother on their employees, stress levels skyrocket, people start feeling miserable, and then people start walking. I mean, who wants to work in an environment where every single step you take is being watched? It's like living in a never-ending episode of The Truman Show. Let me know if you guys are interested in more videos about this. Our comment section is always open for your questions and your requests. Now, I always consider you guys' feedback when planning out our content for the channel. So anything that you guys want to share with me definitely helps out the Financial Freedom fam totally. And speaking of, have you made it official? Join the YouTube fam already. Hit the subscribe button and tap that notification bell, you guys. That way you don't miss out on future updates. But for now, that was today's employee surveillance update and daily news report, the inside scoop on JP Morgan Chase's Wadu tool, how much information it's really getting from their employees, and what you can do to kind of take back some of your privacy. Appreciate you guys watching as always. Thank you so much for always lighting up the like button. You guys know we got another hot update coming. Don't miss it. I'm gonna catch you guys there.